difficult come super late game. Sure, Lycan scales well, and Prophet can be a decent late gamer together with Zeus, but all in all, you're playing that into a Sniper Bristle late game with Batrider, one of the best late game utility heroes, and you might be in for a hard time. So, for me, this game is all about, can EG get the towers early enough? Because if they don't get full map control, if this game is even, I'm favoring VG past 30.
All right. Well, as far as the lanes go for EG, are there any big things we can expect out of them? I feel like the passive Abaddon support is going to kind of build into them, just playing things more slow-paced and defensively in the lanes. Is it going to be up to Vici Gaming to maybe find some early ganks and pickoffs using their supports, or are they happy just to get their farm on their core heroes?
I think they just need to find levels on the supports, and you can do that with ganks or you can do it with pulls. The thing about EG's lineup is that when it comes to the lanes, they can't really put that much pressure early on, so pulling should be very easily accessible for Vici. Skywrath and Shaker have a decent ganking duo. That's not necessarily going to be too bad, and when there's a Zeus in mid for the enemy team, should be easily be a target.
Having seen the draft, do you stick by your prediction, Shannon?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I would like to see Sumail pick up Ultra Mobility with 4-staff Blink, just so he can get into the fight and kill off the Sniper or Skywrath really fast, but Vici Gaming is much more consistent, I think.
The casters are ready to go. We've got LD and Winter for game 1 of our first best of 3 EG versus Vici Gaming. Take it away, guys, before this first blood happens.
Two Fissure coming out, gonna connect on 2 here as Black moves on to Sumail, being pursued out by this Bristlebag. PPD the one trapped out in the river though. FY on the chase, Super gonna lay into him. Another Shrapnel coming through. He just needs one more auto tech. That nuke gonna do him in. Vici Gaming connect for your first blood. Oh my, a bloody beginning despite the strong defensive support pick. It's PPD who ends up going down, but they do at least save Sumail. Although it's almost worse, Winter. He's got to walk all the way back to base. I almost feel in some ways you'd rather just die off the bat than this.
Yeah, it's just a big loss there for them, losing the support, and the solo mid player has to go back all the way back to base. And who actually got the bounty run? Did VG get both? Yeah, VG got both the bounty runs.
And the first blood. This is like a 600, 700 gold lead practically off the bat.
Oh, that is huge. And Fear is gonna have a hard time in the first 2 waves as well. He's not gonna be able to get much farm against the Batrider until the Lion actually arrives to support him.
Alright, so we haven't had a chance to do proper team introductions. Let's do it quickly now. We're going to start here on the Radiant side. We've got PPD playing that support Abaddon in the offlane. Universe on the offlane farmer. One of his go-to heroes will be the Nature's Prophet as Sumail does get caught out. He'll be your Zeus. And top lane. Looks like we might have more action here. Constantly laying into Universe with these nukes. But yeah, running through the rest of the EG draft on the safe lane, we're going to have the Lycan being played by Fear, already under heavy pressure from the iceiceice Batrider. AUI 2000 will be playing your Lion. And of course, now introducing Vici Gaming. You've got iceiceice on the Batrider, heading towards the mid lane. Will be Super on the Sniper, and now rotating will be FY on the Earthshaker. Already has made a lot happen with his strong Fissure. Svenrir, the support Skywrath, and that does leave Black on the Bristleback. But yeah, off the bat, Winter, a disastrous start here for EG, giving up not only the first blood, but a second kill. The Zeus having to walk back to base, which is almost like dying in terms of missing that first creep wave, and then having to TP back into the lane. It's been a costly start for him. And then looking at the lanes, iceiceice having a really easy time so far as the offlane Batrider. Here that he can make a lot happen with Boots and Bottle already complete. The Sniper mid off to a good start. Everything really going well here for Vici. It's early, but it's looking good for them so far.
He even picks up a bottle just so he can actually have more sustain in the lane against the Lycan and the Lion. Fear is going to have quite a hard time from this Batrider trying to get some farm.
The Fissure's block is on the wrong side. If it's on the right side there, Sumail gives up another kill, but he can hardly even enter the lane. He walks into the lane, he takes a Shrapnel, he starts getting auto-attacked, and he's lost half his health to just a headshot or 2.
Yeah, this is what we saw VG been doing time and time again. With the Sniper mid, they want to run a roaming support like Shaker.
Marana.
They can get, mostly on the Shaker though, I see them do, because you have a lot of killing potential of Fissure and the Shrapnel. A hero like Zeus is just going to have a hard time here.
It's something that EG knew coming into the match, was that Vici loved to play aggressive, they love to run these roaming supports, and they did pick the Abaddon. It's potentially something that could protect him, but not really against an Earthshaker. Against the Marana, the Abaddon would be very strong, but even if you manage to shield off that Fissure stun, you're still blocked, and you still have nowhere to go, so I don't even know if it would matter if PPD had a TP and used it to come in. Sometimes you just can't do anything against this. It's really the power of the roaming Earthshaker early on.
And the top lane as well, they are actually laning Prophet plus Abaddon. I don't see this lane actually being able to pressure the enemy carry, but bottom lane, Prophet's gonna teleport in, iceiceice is gonna get pursued down, but he's gonna run into the trees, gets hacks out.
Fear's gonna have to walk all the way out from the Firefly. Won't die to this, but all three dropping extremely low.
Both of them do not have any regen.
Yeah,
left.
it's not quite as good as getting a kill, but one of two of these heroes are either gonna have to go back to base or maybe even up Fissure, mid lane onto Sumail. Super looking to trap him out, but he turns with the nuke. Sumail gonna go back in on this one. PPD coming in now, has the shield, the nuke's coming out, but the magic stick will keep Super safe. Sumail did not have mana for that next bolt. Was just about 3-4 mana short, but gets his bottle now. A timely rotation by PPD to discourage that chase.
And he's going for the build that Fata does as well. 2 points in the Arc Lightning, 1 point in the static field at level 3, and now he has one.
He's not going to be allowed to grab a rune though. They are doing a very good job of controlling these runes.
To go back to base, I think. Yeah, again, he goes. This is like the second time he.
I feel like EG are making. They've made more fountain trips in this first 5 minutes than most teams do in the first 10, 15. Hell, it's not even 5 minutes yet. iceiceice gonna dive AOI 2000 bottom lane. He also works his way onto Fear. Not going on to either. Worried about an Impale. These wolves hit quite hard. But the pressure is just constant from Vici, and now they're swinging in reinforcements. Fenrir arriving, he'll go into AOI 2000, not quite killing him off. iceiceice stacking on the sticky napalm, another nuke coming out. It's gonna be close, he gets the kill. Oh no, another death here in the laning stage for EG. 3-1 the score, but they look for Fear now. The Flame Break coming in, it will hit, but it's only a level 1 Flame Break with no sticky napalm stacks just yet. So it doesn't really hit that hard. Relentless aggression from all points of the map. The only hero who hasn't been Winter is the Bristleback for Black, and he's your lead farmer, 27 CS. They've now abandoned this top lane. Nobody laning against them.
They just lost all their lanes. They just lost all their lanes, and now Universe has been rotated towards the jungle to start catching up there. They need to probably park more heroes to just help the other lanes, the middle lane and the safe lane. Like Fear and Sumail are not having a good time in their lanes. Sumail has so far caught up nicely. He has 24 last hits to the 23 of the sniper, but counting the the two fountain trips that he had.
The TP scrolls he had to buy.
Yeah, and look at the levels from Sniper and the Zeus. They may have similar last hits, but the level difference is just a lot.
He hasn't gotten any bounty runes. I believe Super got one of them earlier, and well, he's already almost level 7 on that Sniper mid. Assassinate, very good this game. You're up against the Abaddon, but he's not even close to level 6 yet. They're going to go on Sumail here once again. Concussive shot crashing in. The shrapnel begins to sack up. Sumail going down again. Sprout will be on Super, but he's got a Tango in reserve. He'll make his way out. They're not done yet. They're coming in from the side. Rotating forward will be your Batrider. They're going to dive the tier 1 tower mid. PPD might go down here as well. Assassinate going to finish him off. They look for Universe 2. It's 3 dead once more. What can EG do? They're getting pounded from all directions. 6-1 the score. And they've hardly even had a chance to get settled into this game.
Oh dear.
Well, Vici Gaming, they're known for being a very aggressive early game team. Can EG turn it around? They go in now with the Hex. Impale follow up on the Super. Big kill. He's the most leveled hero in the game. And now the Zeus ulti comes out suddenly. They catch that Skywrath Mage fleeing back to base. That kill on the Sniper gets them 2. Can they get a 3rd here? Universe searching for it on iceiceice. Looking for the Sprout. And then body block from the summons. It's going to be close. He makes his way over the tree line. Barely able to retreat. But getting that kill on the Sniper gets Sumail his level 6, which then gets him the 2nd kill with the ulti. Very big turn of events here for EG. And suddenly, he's actually more leveled than the Sniper.
He's actually... No, Sniper still has more levels. He's gonna be level 8 soon, but he caught up a lot. Has 1k go after purchasing the Soul Ring with that 2 kills.
Okay, the graph was saying he was on top, but I guess he's not actually. We'll see the rotation now from EG. 3 heroes coming in towards bottom. FY trying to get a bit of farm, but there's no Fissure available. He's short on mana. Wolves scouting him out. They can't really go in. He's sitting quite far back here. And they don't have that easy initiation. Well, the game settles down a bit, but we still haven't seen the Bristleback get involved, and I'm curious to see what will Black be going for this game. He is, as the panel mentioned, their frontline tank against heavy burst damage from EG. He'll be the frontliner. What is our Bristleback going to be picking up as his first big item? Up to 1,000 gold. We often see that Vitality booster into a cloak. Something that just is cheap, cost-effective, lets you get into the front lines early. They'll have to back off now. They want to get iceiceice's Blink Dagger. He's going to farm up some stacks in the jungle, and despite the pot start on these supports and the early rotations on mid, iceiceice still has about 3-4 minutes ahead of him before he gets the blink.
And for EG, if you're looking at their heroes, I think they might actually want to try and group up as early as possible to avoid getting picked off by the Batrider. They don't really have anyone to initiate if the Lion doesn't have a blink, so catching power-wise is not in particularly strong. I don't think they can actually try and kill the Bristleback without a blink from the Lion early on. I'm not really sure. Maybe their plan is to just 5-man early with the Prophet summons and the Wolves from the Lycan to just avoid getting picked by the Batrider.
Mid. They're going to look to jump in on Sumail here. They have that haste for no blink dagger, but well, who needs it when you have the haste? He gets finger on the pullback. They will get the kill, but they trade their Batrider for
He's gonna get sniped.
Snipe, following this one up, AUI not too close to dying there with the magic stick.
Yeah, and the miscall from the Abaddon as well, keeping him healthy.
Yeah, like good defensive play here by EG, but once again, Winter, they're dropping very low. A super looks for an assassinate mid soon. I believe it's going to cool down in just a few seconds here. PPD got a shield up and sit back. Yeah, you got to be careful against that assassinate. Does have the stick charges, which he will pop now.
You know, since Vici is ahead, I wonder if they are actually going to prioritize getting a mech on Black since he's been farming so well, hasn't been disrupted so far. Get that mech and just join the fight and have that superior advantage over EG. I'm not even sure if they can actually get a mech of their own. Universe doesn't seem like he's going to build a mech. He
looks like an Orchid Rush even with this early
yeah,
over the Magi.
He's going to build a Orchid, so no one would have an early mech unless PPD wants to go for it, which I don't think he can get it even in another 10 minutes. I'm not very sure.
If PPD gets a mech, it's because everything else is going so well for EG that they might not even need the mech anyway.
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those games. He's just going to look to get his level 6 here. Very important against the Assassinate. Otherwise, he tries to walk in to help a teammate and just ends up dying almost instantaneously. And it will be a Vanguard now completed for a Bristleback coming in. This will be a nice tank item for him. Very good against the summons. Honestly, a game where you could make an argument for a Pipe or a Crimson Guard on the Bristleback. Mass summons as well as mass magic damage.
Crimson Guard probably not so much, but the Pipe yes. I think you don't really need the Crimson Guard so badly, but the Pipe against the Zeus and the Lion will be definitely what the team needs if they want to finish or go push an objective early on. Pipe will definitely be very useful.
Dire's middle tower is under
For now,
attack.
they're looking for the iceiceice Blink Dagger. After a very hot early game, we settled down a bit, and until they get this iceiceice Blink, barring a really nice rune, they're not that good at setting up kills around the map. Fairly risky for the Soulshaker Skywrath to go diving towers.
Yeah, if you take a look at the goal graph, they are currently 1.5k goal ahead for Vici, but it doesn't feel that's the only lead they have. And here we go, top lane. PPD doesn't have his ultimate yet. Gonna go down to that gang from the 3 heroes from VG.
You know, you can see just how badly he wants the level 6. It totally changes the way the game develops for Abaddon, but they get that one extra kill before he hits it. And, well, though, you're going to use this push top as an opportunity to go Roche. Yeah, Lycan now sneaking into the pit with Fear, but I think they saw it. Rotation coming in. Fear could get caught out here. iceiceice in position, but he's fairly squishy. It's going to be up to the sniper. That's a, that's a fat Lycan. I don't know if they want to fight this one. He thinks about coming in. He sees opportunity. He's got his Zeus backing him up. Bolt's going to come out. Doesn't actually hit anyone, but the double damage Lycan chews its way into Super. Just needs 1 or 2 more auto attacks to finish him off. Gets the one. Gonna back on out of here as Universe joins the fray. The +1 advantage, making the difference. Can't get the kill. Sprout Vision out of range to actually auto attack that last time. They even finger Black to force him back. He's got a salve here. FY, having already used his fissure, not much else he can offer in this engagement. AG, a timely double damage rune as maybe Black gets the counter kill. He's now gonna go on to Universe. There is an Impale. There's stick charges on the line. Might even have the Hex as well. And I think with that, EG gonna be forced back. So they don't take the Roche, but they do get that kill on the sniper, slowing him down even further.
Yeah, good sense from VG realizing that the Lycan had a DD from the rune before, and they were suspecting that once he's off the map that he might actually go for Roche. Even though he was smoked, he ran past the Vault Vision, but iceiceice and FY they knew something was up.
We saw this in the Vici versus Secret match, where they walked into Roche pit and instantly Vici were rotated. I think they even like hid in the back of the pit, and there was and they had like I think it was an Ember Spirit Remnant in the pit, but still ended up finding them anyway. So they're just a very they're very vigilant about scouting for that Roshan, and to be fair, it's hard to go Rosh against this team. You have Shrapnel, you have Batrider, Firefly, very good Roshan control. Not to mention Fissure, which can totally screw over EG around the pit.
Yeah, and Bat just got his Blink Dagger, got him out of sticky situation. Aoi was trying to come in from the back, got his Blink, blinked out, and gonna look for the first gank with his Blink Dagger right now. But it's gonna be spotted out by EG already with the ward there. They know he has a Blink.
It's a little unusual not to see a smoke right away when you see the Blink picked up. It's generally what we see. You'll get your Blink, you'll buy a smoke, and you immediately go for a play with it. But for now, Vici will end up unwittingly showing it. Top room, we have a little skirmish here potentially, as FY and PPD, the least threatening skirmish you'll ever see, are gonna butt heads and then back on out.
By the way, he's not going for Orchid, he's going for a Blade Mail.
Blade Mail Rush. Good versus the Sky Sniper, taking quite a bit of damage here, it looks like. Will be forced back by that Zeus. Has to be careful. The Zeus ult even coming out. They're worried about where the Batrider is, and they end up getting the kill on the Sniper, who was first bolted in the top lane. Then they follow up with the Zeus ult and finish him off with the Prophet ulti.
The global sniping power, Zeus and Prophet.
Yeah, something we'll have to be vigilant about as this game moves along. Ice now gonna grab a double damage rune, and I'll move into this Radiant jungle. But so far the Blink Dagger hasn't gotten much done. EG keeping up the farm. In fact, Fear your leader in terms of farm, despite heavy early pressure. Here comes iceiceice looking to set up bottom lane. Can they get the jump on the Lion here? AUI 2000 hiding behind the tower.
He's very, very safe. He's very worried about the Batrider because top lane Bat is not there. Middle lane, there's no heroes there. Bottom lane seems like the most dangerous, and the ward is going to see the two supports on VG looking around, so something must be up at the bottom lane for
Dire's
EG.
top tower is under attack.
These wards have been fantastic for them, Winter. Giving them crucial information, and it's not just that they avoid the ganks. It allows Fear to split push more. He's on the top lane, Wolves applying pressure to the tower, while meanwhile he farms the camp and just getting a lot off the map. They're starting to really spread VG Gaming apart, who, end of the day, are not particularly good at D-pushing. They have the Batrider, Sniper, Earthshaker who can clear waves, but they're just not as mobile as EG.
They have very good catch with the Batrider, Earthshaker, and very good 5-man.
But they're just not as mobile,
yeah,
aside from the bat.
Yeah, not very mobile against the Lycan. Lycan's gonna take the tier 1 at top even faster than VG's. They're going to take the tier 1 at bottom for them.
I really like the way they're using this Zeus as well as Lycan combo, because occasionally we'll see Sumail just throw out the ulti, they get vision, they have the good wards as well, and it allows them to, the Lycan to play more aggressively on the split push, even if he's not getting kills. Tower gonna go down mid, Black will rotate in, impales off the mark though, that may cost AUI. They're gonna try to Aphotic Shield, but they can't, because FY's ready with the Fissure. Now the chase on by Black. Zeus ulti coming out, Black trying to isolate and control this Abaddon who's pursued to the north, but Fear is split pushing. Still getting something out of this time on the top lane. Looks like PPD may go down here continuously. The Zeus nukes pound in. They get the kill. Black gonna stick up, and again the Fissure trapping Universe in an awkward position. He'll fall as well. Lycan now swinging around. He sees some low HP heroes. He's gonna morph. And who does he go for first? He howls. He's gonna try to cut off these backliners as they retreat. FY has an Echo Slam. Will he find the opening? He starts with the dunk, the enchant totem. They're gonna turn this one on the old man. He will end up going down to super. Still surviving. Is Fenrir Zeus ult? My kingdom for it. Too bad it's already been used. Oh my. They would like the second Zeus ult right about now, Winter.
He's going to build a new scepter after 4 stuff, so no double Zeus out anytime soon.
Really heads up play there by VG Gaming. Not trying to run from the Lycan. They know that they can't escape, but they drop the Echo Slam, fall up with the Enchant Totem, and it just shows you the damage output of the Sniper. He's not the one being focused, even this early. He can lay into the Lycan, despite the Vlads.
You talk about damage output, like, both of the teams have super strong damage output in terms of spell damage.
Yeah, whoever has that little bit extra left in the tank, it seems, will be coming out on top in these fights. EG swinging towards the Roshan pit. Vici look to deny this to the Lycan. This is big. Something that you look for when you pick the Lycan Prophet. Maybe not a guarantee. Uh-oh. Oh no. FY, he looks for the Fissure now. Mystic Flare gonna set this one up, but Fear able to retreat thanks to that Abaddon. Not able to silence and prevent that shield. Although, to be honest, that hero will get too tanky to bring down. They'll need more damage if they want to go for that kill.
You know, all the cores on VG will need the Blacking Bar very badly against the Zeus and the Lion. Like before the sniper has BKB, I think he's just going to melt in the fights with the Zeus nukes and the Prophet ultimate. He needs that so badly. You rarely see a sniper game where you feel like, oh, he needs a BKB as soon as possible. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to fight.
The thing is, you normally rely on positioning, but the positioning doesn't help against Zeus, against Prophet. You have to get the BKB.
You can't run from heaven.
It's for sure. And the Lycan as well. I mean, they have good lockdown for him, but if, let's say, the Fissure's already been used and the Lasso's been used, that means the Sniper's going to be in a bit of danger. Can easily be caught out. So this just ensures that there won't be that follow-up stun if the Lycan gets on top of him from a Blink Impale, which I believe AUI 2000 has nearly completed the Blink, if not already. Yeah, he's got it. Just secured it recently. They're going to look for this push mid. Tower being sieged. And EG on the split push, not wanting to fight into the VG Gaming Aegis. They'll take the tower. And now, Winter, my question is, what's next for VG Gaming? They've had a good start here. They denied the Roche to EG. They haven't fully shut down this EG draft by any stage. It's an even game so far. And they're not the best lineup at ending the game early. VG Gaming, good at fighting, not that good at pushing. So, what is the next step for them?
I would say securing the BKBs before they try and make a move, and in the meantime just try to get a pick off or two with the Batrider and the Earthshaker. Like this game, like you mentioned, they don't really have quick pushing lineup, but top lane, VG, gonna run into the jungle, they're gonna spot out the captain of EG here, PPD with the Abaddon. They're gonna force him out of the jungle, but I think they realize that he wants to try and get a ward there, and he didn't actually got the ward, but they already
He's coming right back, but they have a ward already.
They placed a sentry further into their jungle, actually suspecting there was a sentry further in.
Well, they did see this ward dropped if they were watching the map, so they may be able to de-ward it fairly soon. But in the meantime, this allows AUI 2000 to get more aggressive, and remember, this is not a one-man ganking army. This is 3 heroes coming top. Too bad he doesn't realize that they have the vision. They've seen him, but so too has the backstab onto AUI been seen. But Fissure's gonna find him before he can blink on out of here. Oh, he saw Black swinging around. He didn't see Fenrir and FY coming from the trees. And that will end up spelling his doom. Now it looks like they will de-ward EG, I imagine, rotating it with their supports.
Earthshaker is fairly close to his blink too.
No sentry. Oh, they actually missed the sentry. Okay, never mind. They won't de-ward EG in the end.
Batrider got a lasso off, but Abaddon was just there to help Sumail out. So not gonna be too helpful with that lasso. Looking at the other heroes though, Sniper still not very... Oh, he actually has a hammer, so only needs an extra 300 before he gets his BKB, which would be really good for him for the next fight.
Looking at some other big item pickups, FY, up against a lot of summons this game, he's very close to a Blink Dagger, and it gives them another crucial team fight initiator, someone who can change the tides of the fight.
Well, the Blink would actually be not so reliable sometimes with the Zeus ultimate and the Prophet ultimate.
That's true. But a very good counter-initiating spell. Something he can just sit back with, bleed with the fissure, wait until those ults come out, and then look to engage.
I think something interesting that he could do as the supports this game is like constantly have a smoke with you, and before a fight just smoke up yourself, so you're actually not going to be worried about the Zeus ultimate and the Prophet ultimate. Something that he can actually do if he
obviously you can't do it every fight. It's something you'll have to do only occasionally, but
yeah, not very,
it could be
not very reliable, but
it could be game-changing, yeah. Especially if, let's say, EG get a lead, they're trying to siege high ground. Just to ensure your blink does not get cancelled, as you mentioned. I have to say right now, though, Winter, just looking at the vision for VG Gaming, they have much better ward coverage around the map. Aggressive wards, wards defending their own jungle, one near the Roshan pit. EG, they're going to have to rely on the Wolves here to do a bit of scouting, and the Triads. But outside of that, they've got little going their way.
Oh no, they see Fenrir.
He's Blink Impale going to start, but Fissure's there from FY. It catches on 3. They still manage to bring him down. Finger, not enough to finish FY off. He'll end up retreating still, though. Falls in the end. The Super will be chased out. These supports just getting blown up by that big global combination.
Yeah, this was the reason why I was thinking that maybe they would prioritize getting a Bristleback mech or a pipe, either one of those, but he didn't even get one of those. He actually went for SNY and just a casual cloak, so the supports are extremely vulnerable to the double ultimates of EG. And you have to wonder at some point in the game when the Zeus gets refresher or the Prophet, even the Prophet gets refresher, the supports are just going to die. They're not going to do anything without a mech or a pipe. on their team.
And it's only going to get worse because it looks like Universe is building back into an Orchid after picking up that Blade Mail. So he can go around just completely shutting down the Earthshaker. And to make matters worse, they have the Zeus ult to give them the vision. So the game gets very hard for FY from here.
I wouldn't even be surprised if somewhere down the road he changes his mind and goes for a Force Staff instead of a Blink. That's a Sprout they have to be worried about too, so Force Staff could be nice for him.
A little bit of economic harassment here from Vici Gaming. They're going to try to take over this EG Woods with iceiceice. He also dropped down a ward, so the EG did not quite see, though they might suspect he was up to something, as PPD is going to swing around. So far, EG hanging tight here in terms of farm. In fact, I believe, looks like they're almost leading in terms of their cores. Their supports, of course, you've got PPD, who's extremely poor on that Abaddon.
Yeah, Fear is doing very well considering the start that he had. He has 10k net worth right now, just slightly behind Black. But Black doesn't have BKB yet, so I don't think he can fight as well as he would like to.
And who's really going to do more in the fights? Like, Bristleback can't really go on the Abaddon because he's got the ultimate. The Zeus is going to just be sitting back for the most part. And the Prophet and Lycan can just kind of run circles around him. Can be very scary if EG start to lose the fight and have to run.
Yeah.
But it's the Lycan, the hero that's more reliably able to close the gap on these supports and just pick them off.
Yeah, like Lycan plus the global presence of the Zeus and the Prophet, it's gonna be very, very good versus.
Oh, there's a rotation. iceiceice was spotted out, I believe, by this Radiant Observer ward. They blink in, looking for, but the illusions managed to confuse AUI 2000. He still gets off the Hex. This could be very bad. They look for the finger. Oh, it's still pulling down. They can't get off the Zeus ult as well as the Prophet will kill off that Bat. And with that, initiation's over, folks. Time to TP the hell away. They Yules up one, trying to bring down FY as well. It'll be Fenrir who falls two. A 2-for-1 with the Prophet buyback. And now the question becomes, can EG take an objective off of this? There's no buyback on Bat. Not that he's likely to use it at this point. But 30 seconds on the sidelines for him. It seems EG might even take a tier 2 top as they continue to claw their way back into this game.
They even got Boots of Travel on Sumail, so they have so much mobility and global presence. They can bots onto the Lycan Wolves. The Prophet can TP in, so technically two heroes can appear out of nowhere with the Wolves. This is getting scary for Vici when they have to go up against a lineup like this. No one is safe on the map. The Courier.
Radiant Courier gonna end up getting picked off here. Didn't have anything on it.
I don't think pick off was even the right word.
Just fed to the tier 2 top.
He's suicided to the top.
Alright, fed to the tier 2 top. That's a bit unfortunate. Well, EG gifting a freebie here to Vici Gaming, it seems.
They see PPD with the ward there. Are they gonna lasso and put it on a cliff?
Lasso's there, and they don't pull him all the way up. They just kind of let his borrowed time get popped. Play break is available. This is gonna heal him up further. They'll get a freebie, but a second freebie, I guess it should be said, but it's a support Abaddon. Not the biggest deal for EG.
Bristleback finally finishes the BKB. They're gonna pot top with the Bristol to defend the tower.
Well, Lycan's gonna run away. No, he's gonna run in. He wants to work on the tower, pops the Necrobook, and with Black Bean Mono Burn, he's not able to do too much here. Can he get? He does get the tower denied, but still the tower falling. Now the chase onwards from AUI 2000. They're bringing in the Earthshaker. Does he manage to bail Black out? Zeus ulti coming forth, a lot of magic damage, but the fissure. BKB only now just popped by Black very late into the fight, but ends up getting the kill as FY surges in. He got an Echo Slam. He throws out the dunk. The Yules from the Zeus actually helping to keep him alive a little bit longer. Assassinate on the chase. Now Fenrir with the silence as Sumail turns to fight. He's miscalculated. He'll end up going down. Fear will as well. It's 4 dead. They don't even get the bristle.
I think they realized they couldn't escape already, so they just tried to turn back and fight. Hopefully they can actually get a couple of kills before they die. But
both teams are very good at chasing. You've Assassinate, Batrider, Bristleback, all great chasers. Earthshaker, good at it as well. And then you've got the Lycan Prophet Zeus. You really can't run from either team very easily.
Yeah, they definitely could have not escaped from that situation, so in the end of the day, they lost all their heroes. They got the tower denied by the Bristleback.
And what do you know, Winter? Roshan has just respawned. Very fortuitous timing here for Vici Gaming.
Yeah, they would be very happy to give the Aegis to... I'm not sure if they want to give it to Black again, because it seems like he's not gonna die. Maybe giving the sniper the Aegis would be something they would want to consider as well. He's really hard to get focused on. Still, they're going to give Black the Aegis. Sniper sitting far back feels that he's not going to be in any danger, so not going to be needing that Aegis.
They're going to group up mid now, as Universe still works towards his Orchid. He's been slowed down quite a bit this game on that Nature's Prophet. This is not the explosive Nature's Prophet we saw from Mode 7 yesterday. He's been pressured a lot more early, had to come to more fights, gotten less out of them, and as a result, he may struggle to get active in these upcoming engagements. With the Aegis now in black, the BKB's out, BG Gaming's team fight gets a whole lot more fearsome.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much the Orchid will do at this point. PPD gonna get caught out here.
They're gonna look to chase him down. With the Mask of Madness Assassinate, is it timed right with the borrowed time? It's gonna connect right as it ends. Perfectly timed by Super. He'll now look to clear up this Necro Book, but if he kills it, it might actually almost kill him with that Mask of Madness on. Because he's got to be worried about the Zeus ult, the Prophet ult. Meanwhile, mid lane, Black, he's busy sieging all by his lonesome. And this is where EG, they may summon their inner rat. They look to split push with the Universe, as well as Fear in the bottom lane. Not really wanting to contest this Aegis. But iceiceice, he's the exterminator. He'll look to punish it here. Has the lasso. Doesn't have backup top lane, and he did see this rotation from AUI's line thanks to that Observer ward just north of the river. But the siege comes out from BG Gaming now. They'll begin to lay into this tier 2 mid. No defense from EG, no clear trades for them. Just sacrificing ground, hanging on. Waiting for that Russian winter to kick in. Sumail now. Uh-oh, Yule Scepter gonna set this one up. This could be bad for him. FY on the chase. Does he actually go high ground? Black does, but his team's not on the same page. He'll nearly die here. B4's back. Meanwhile, bottom lane, iceiceice going in. Echo Slam's ready. They'll drop it, but Fear tanks through it. The Fissure follow. Can they get the kill in time? He's Flame Break back. He's almost dead. One more auto attack. He worms his way into the tree line, but iceiceice with the tower auto attack at his side will end up getting the kill. Now, they're going to try to turn on FY's Earthshaker. Another death for him. But he's making things happen here, shutting down that Lycan split push. They even defend the tower. They actually managed to flame break Universe, I believe, preventing the rotation out. And now, Sprouting, TP available, but Assassinate. Oh, just a bit late. Does that actually, does that follow him back to the well?
I don't think so. Should be destroying thing. He's not gonna die anyway. He has way too much HP.
That would be pretty amazing if it did. Uh-oh. Radiant Courier was spotted here, but actually Vici not really the type of lineup to be able to snipe it. But they might be able to in the future. Something to keep an eye on is maybe they kill that courier when it's delivering a crucial item for one of these heroes.
They don't really have anyone having 4 staff on Vici's side, so the Sprout could be something that becomes really useful in the team fights. No one can actually escape from it. No Culling Blade, no 4 staff.
Tower gonna drop here, Black laying into it. And they're looking for their 3rd BKB winter. We've talked about how good EG are at canceling the Earthshaker's blink, but once this Batrider gets his own, blink dagger, he will have an unstoppable initiation as long as he pops it in time. They really have no way to deal with that outside of maybe the Wolves giving him a little peck.
Once VG have like the triple BKB on the other across top lane, are we gonna get caught up once more? We've seen this story.
It's that same ward, I believe, that gave them an idea of where he was.
No, he actually was farming the lane. He was just trying to split push.
Just Cloud9 things.
Yes.
You might take AOI out of Cloud9, but you can't take the Cloud9 out of him. So that we've seen many times from him before on the old team.
Another freebie there for BG. Getting that extra gold and experience in their pocket, but at this point of the game, they have their triple BKB on all their cores. EG has 1 BKB on the Lycan, but still it feels like VG are going to be much stronger with the triple BKBs, negating majority of the spell damage coming out from VG. FY going to be hiding here in the trees. The ward vision from VG on the top lane is very good. They have 3 observer wards spotting all the movement along the lanes.
They've had really good wards all game, to be honest. They've had the great ward in the jungle. We saw the wards near Roshan earlier. It's been EG who struggle to even get out on the map and place any. All their wards very defensive right now. FY was maybe looking for a courier snipe. He saw it coming, but couldn't find that opening.
Zeus almost has the refresher. He has the perseverance and Oblivion stuff. 1.2k gold, another 500 gold will be suffice for the refresher.
It comes down to the BKB timing. Do they get it off at the right time? Does he wait them out? Does he die before he can pop the
You
ulti?
talk about the BKB timing. I'm just worried about the Earthshaker and Skyroth getting blown up from the start without being able to do anything.
Well, Maybe we'll see the smoke plays.
Do they even have one in the base? No, it's cooling down. They don't have anything to help them.
1 minute. 1 minute, 20 seconds. Yeah. Not something you really want to waste just on the off chance Zeus decides to ult, though. It's a precious resource to just be throwing away like that. And there's no guarantee EG will take a fight anytime soon.
Refresher is done.
That is a farm Zeus.
Radiant's
Considering the way
top
the game
tower
began
is
as
under
well,
attack.
very impressive that the young kid has managed to keep himself up in terms of the farm department. And he's up against a very good ganking lineup as well. Sumail showing good just perseverance under pressure. Vici Gaming now. Still, end of the day, it's something we talked about very early in the game, Winter, is even if they're ahead, they're not that good at ending the game. And because of that, EG still hold a tier 2. Imagine if like Vici Gaming have the Lycan in this game. They may have threatened high ground by now, but unable to really convert their lead into a convincing advantage. They have the map control to some extent, but they know how tenuous their hold is. One bad team fight against the Refresher Zeus, and they may lose 3-4 heroes and even potentially lane of
It's
Brax.
not even only the Zeus, they have Prophet and Lycan, which can actually move into pushing mode very quickly. So you lose a fight, you're more or less gonna lose one side of your base if it's team wide. So they have to be very careful how they approach the game. The Skyrath has a lot of HP at the moment. He itemized where he has a Earn and power trend, strength power trade, so he actually won't die from the double Zeus ultimate, but if he takes too much damage from the bounce from the Prophet, he might actually just die before doing anything. So
There's going to be a smoke here, but that Radiant Ward saw it coming. Well placed by FY. They've seen a lot of these EG movements. The Lion top lane, we saw some of the other Roshan pit earlier, all of them scouted out, and they're setting a trap. But the Wolves are going to see Vici Gaming here. Do they look to go? Uh-oh, here we go. Blake Lasso to start it off. BKB already popped by iceiceice as they work on Fear, but he's fairly tanky through this. He's actually going to go on to Super. They're bringing in Universe as well. Fear surviving through it all. He'll get the kill. The Lion, the only trade thus far, and now they're into the backlines. Fenrir going to drop a double kill for Sumail. EG just running over Vici Gaming in this clash. Now Black on the way out. Not going to be an easy follow-up kill with the Lion dead.
they just have much better.
They saw it coming too. Vici Gaming just thought, they flat out thought they could kill Vici in time with the lasso, but they didn't even dent the Lycan's armor.
Even if they saw it, but the Wolves also, like, EG also scouted Vici at the same time, so I'm not sure though. The Lycans were just there.
But you're up against the Lycan. You know he's going to be scouting ahead with his Wolves.
Yeah, probably just, they were just too confident that they had the high ground, they were in a better position, they felt that they could actually take the fight. But the BKB from Lycan just made sure that the lasso did nothing. The Zeus ultimate gave them vision, and they were just able to proceed with a lot more information on where the position of each Vici hero, and were just able to win the
Dire's
fight
middle tower
off that.
is under attack.
Well, and good news, Black is farming. Albeit on a bristleback. He's got a basher now.
They're gonna catch BPD here, so it's just a very minor kill for them.
It's the nice thing about playing these 6 position supports is even if you die here or there, not the biggest loss.
Yeah, but you talk about Black being farmed, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like he's going to be able to single-handedly do a lot in the fights. There's so many things to go up against him. The Sprout would come in. I think the Sprout will be very handy against the Bristleback this game, since they don't have a 4-staff. He's in a position where he can't actually keep a Quang Blade anymore.
He's already at that point.
Yeah, I think the Sprout could actually be something that ruins the Bristleback's day in the fight.
Yeah, it's what we talked about with EG. They just have more mobility than this bristleback. They can kind of bypass him and go for the back
Just look at the Batrider. Even after purchasing the BKB, he goes back for the foot, realizing that, I mean, I wouldn't even be surprised if he's the one that actually completes the pipe for the team. It's just too much spell damage. They need somehow to actually protect both the supports on the BG side.
Black going to be irritated by this Necro Book from Fear, the old man, depleting his mana pool rather rapidly. Angrily, Black will kill off 1 Necro Creep, but that's about all he gets.
Yeah, we talk about VG having much better late game, but at this point, even though EG have technically they have 1 carry, and Prophet counts more as a utility at this
I
point.
don't know. I'm not sure if they even have better late game.
Yeah, because the way the game is progressing, like they have better map control, better team fight because they have the global presence from the Prophet and the Zeus, rendering the two supports on VG's side useless. I don't know, man. It feels they have better control in the team fight, even though VG have more damage with the supports from Earthshaker and Skywrath. But
Their damage is much harder to get out. Like,
Yeah.
much harder for them to output their damage than
yeah,
EG.
I think that's a very good way of putting it. That it's much more difficult for them to get the damage done, rather because EG are just going to be able to disable the blinks from the Earthshaker with the Zeus Zap or the Prophet Ultimate. It will be really interesting to see that actually VG decides to just keep the smoke just to make sure that two supports.
Winter,
are
it's
able
not
to
going to
do it.
be just a pipe. They've gotten a second hood now on the Earthshaker. Double hood for VG. Maybe this is the solution. They already have the AC to mitigate some of the physical damage. They get a pipe, 2-3 hoods out. They're going to become much more difficult to bring down. They're searching for answers
He's
now.
still not going to be able to blink though, even if he doesn't die.
But maybe he lives long enough to... at this point, the Lycan's BKB is probably close to a 5-second duration. Maybe he gets off that big Echo Slam.
Actually, it's 9.
Is it still really?
Yeah, it's 9.
He's had it for ages. Never had to use it, I guess. At some point it will be down. They're gonna chase now, though. They're catching up. The Earthshaker here, perhaps. The Fear on the hunt. He's not gonna pop the ulti, though. They will BKB lasso initiate onto AOI 2000, but that shield, so irritating. Flamebreak pushing PPD back a bit. One Zeus ulti already used. He refreshed for the second, but Black is pursuing. They're going to fissure, but it's after. Oh, they get the bash off on Fear. Still he chases the other way. He's just going to ignore the bristleback. Hunt these backliners onto iceiceice. He's your gem carrier as well. He's going to go down quickly. Gem hitting the deck. The Sprout coming out as well. They get 3 heroes off the back, but Black is still at full HP. Maybe he can win the fight. He'll bring down 3. He's going to look for AOI 2000. Can he blink out in time? Assassinate going to prevent it. Goo and Quills might keep it disabled, and they'll maul him down. 4 dead. Vici Gaming just outlasting EG here. Well, you ignore the bristle, but then the Lycan ult wears off.
Yeah,
And then you use your combo, and then he's still at full HP.
Yeah, from the start of the fight, it didn't go well for VG, but like you mentioned, with the BKBs on the course, they were able to just take note. They didn't take damage from the Zeus, that was the huge thing. So they were able to just run into the fight, just deal damage, and Lycan, like you mentioned, after his BKB wore off, just couldn't fight.
Dire's bottom tower has been
This is really back and forth. We see one fight ago, EG totally dominating, and the next fight, VG taking the fight with Roshan in their pocket as well, as a price of that.
Well, EG finally going to complete the AC on Fear to match the bristlebacks, but Black has gotten... We talked about him getting kited, now he has a solution for it. He gets the Abyssal Blade, and frequently we've seen him next to the Lycan. It's just the Lycan runs away after that, but with this Abyssal Blade, might not be so easy to escape.
They still have the apoptotic shield from PPD to actually remove that, so I mean he needs to be in position to remove the lasso, remove the Abyssal Blade. Ultimately it would become he has too many stuff to do, too much to handle.
Can't aphotic everyone. You're gonna have to maybe protect an ally who gets fissured, an ally who gets abyssal, lassoed. Lasso probably the first one you want to worry about, but
I guess at the end of the day, if you're PPD, you just want to focus on protecting Fear. Fear is the guy that you want to make sure that he doesn't die off the bat, keep him alive, and he's the major source of physical damage for them, whereas the BKB on VG are all up.
I see what you did there. Off the bat. Well played, good sir, well played. VG Gaming, they're smoked up, they're on the prowl, and if you look at the map for EG in terms of vision, they actually have treants moving around. Universe has done a really good job of scouting the Styre Woods. They have one hero, the Abaddon, who's out on the map towards the bottom lane. Wolf's pushing in mid. The Radiant team actually has quite decent vision considering that their wards are very lacking. And speaking of wards, PPD, I mean, he may die 2 or 3 times going bottom lane, but getting that ward up the one time is worth the death.
They know he actually plays that ward.
They know in this case, unfortunately, but he's just got to go for those risks. Without the wards, they just can't get out of the base. The siege commences, and EG are not really split pushing. The Prophet's all farming the jungle. Universe not applying any pressure to the lanes right now.
The Lycan is at home, so
they're going to have to defend. They're too late if they want to split push, it looks like.
VG wants this to happen when they are pushing no split push for EG, and with the Aegis on support, they just want to take this fight.
VG Gaming now breaking through the tower. They get the lasso initiation onto PPD. Can't shield it off if you're the one he targets, but BKB is coming out now as Black charges in. They'll get onto Sumail. They insta-give him thanks to that Abyssal Blade. He used the one ulti, but where's the follow-up damage? He doesn't have buyback. They could sure use that second ult now. 3 dead. Everybody low. Fear coming through the backlines, but Black, the one hero who survives healthily. And they have the Aegis as well in the sniper, so both come back. No buyback on Zeus. Prophet will use it, but now the Lycan ult down. Courier coming in mid. Might actually get ambushed by the Lycanthrope. What's it carrying? Just a cheese. Special delivery. Wolves gonna get it. It's close. They want that. They want that octopus. They can't quite snag it in time. Cheese now. Oh, come on. There they get the cheese. The courier dies, but it's a noble sacrifice. 1 lane of Rex down. Vici looking for 2. Lane into the tier 3 bottom, and Fear, he'll make the long, slow trek towards the top lane, but he'll be far too late. As Vici have 3 buybacks, haven't lost the lane of Rex, haven't even had to worry about the Lycan at their door. The Wolf just not able to threaten them right now.
Oh, that was a very chaotic fight. It wasn't even particularly sure who was going to win it at the end of the day, but even a buyback from Union was not going to be able to help them to defend the middle.
Catching Sumail there was really big.
Yeah.
He did not get off the double ulti, I believe, did he? Yeah, didn't refresh her.
He didn't manage to refresh, but it was just like the vulnerability of the heroes when PPD is locked down. He can't help his team and he's the one being focused. Like he got lassoed, he got fissured, and he wasn't able to drop the Aphotic shield on the Zeus, and he just died.
Even though the borrowed time comes out, and even though he lives for a while, it just means that they can jump the other
lasso.
Now the lasso on the Fear. Super laying into him. It doesn't quite have the damage to bring him down, but he forces out a BKB charge, and now that BKB will go down towards 5 seconds.
And it's gonna get really tough for him to run into the fights, just like when his BKB is 5 seconds. The Earthshaker and the Batrider will be able to just kite him around the fights.
Even that lasso Mystic Flare, it's almost a level 3 Mystic Flare now. It's getting to that point where Vici Gaming with 2 lanes of Rex, 1.5 advantage, and BOT's up on the Bristleback. They're starting to have answers for EG split push, as well as the ability to just push down that 3rd lane and look for the GG. Still holding on the cheese. What did EG do?
You know, they need to try and, like I mentioned before, they have the issue with starting the fight. They have Blink on Lion, but it's not that easy for him to actually find a good initiation against the Vici lineup. Everyone in front is so tanky. There's an Earthshaker, sniper attacks from far range. I mean, it always feels that Vici has the upper hand with the initiation wise, and if Peter Pandem doesn't get a good Aphotic shield off his teammate, it's just difficult for them to take a fight.
Even if he gets it, it's not like they win that fight. It helps.
It's a very good start though if they focus everything.
They need more.
If they focus the Abyssal,
but it is a good start.
Yeah, if they focus the Abyssal on someone and he gets the shield off, it's going to be a good way for EG to start the fight off.
Well, unfortunately, Winter, they'd love to rat with the Prophet Lycan, but they're just too slow, it seems. The tier 2 falls top. They're very nervous about pushing down mid against the Batrider lasso, and also they have 0 buyback. So EG, very limited in resources, unable to take many risks here. It seems that they're going to try for a desperation backstab. There's a troll trap waiting. Iceiceice in position here. He's going to have a BKB at the ready. They're morphing up the Lycan. They're powering up, ready to engage. Zeus ult number 1 will come out. And the lasso, Iceiceice is just looking for PPD. He's going to pull him away from the fight. But Lycan doing decent damage here. Gets onto the backlines. FY, the one that Universe tries to focus. Fissure comes out now, though. Universe being controlled. He looks for the 2-hero echo. He's going to barely clip PPD with it on the retreat out. Black, though, being controlled for now. He's out of mana. He's still healthy. They've used their Zeus ultis. They've used their Prophet ulti. And they don't have the buyback on the Prophet. PPD, TP out attempted. Fissure will cancel that. They're going to lose the Abaddon as well. And EG run out of resources now. They get that kill. Cheese going to be Pop, bringing the Bristleback back to full HP. Here comes your high ground siege. It's 4 on 3. No split push. No rat. EG have to fight head on. The Lycan ult's still cooling down, and by the time it's up, they'll have lost the 3rd lane of Rex. They're actually going to just GG out. Vici Gaming, they've gotten the best of EG in most of their matchups historically, having taken 2 out of 3 finals against them, dating back, or major tournament matches, I should say. TI4, WEC, ESL New York. The only match that EG won was that ESL match, or that WEC match. But here once again, Vici Gaming off to the hot start. They lead 1-0. They need 1 more to take the series.
It's a very interesting game. Very interesting.